Good afternoon, everyone. This is Linda with Linda Sue Plants for You. Today I'm going to do an unboxing. Actually, two unboxings. The first one is from my friend Pam, from Pammy's Planty Things. She's got quite a few YouTube videos, and she's been following me as well. And I just want to say, I know that I have mentioned in a few other videos how desperate I was to get my hands on the String of Hearts plant. I could not find one in my area, and I'm sorry, my camera, I don't know if my camera is working here. Yep, I guess we are working. My apologies. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that she had seen me or heard me ask if anybody knew where I could get one to please let me know. Well, she went one step further than that, and when she was on vacation this past week, she messaged me on Instagram and told me that she was going to be on the hunt for that plant, not only for me but for herself, and that if she found one she was going to send it to me, which I thought was, that really touched my heart. And sure enough, that's what she did. She did locate some, and it was quite a drive from where she lives, and this is the box that she sent me. And I'm going to open that one first. And I have to say I'm armed with better tools this time. The last time I did an unboxing, all I had was my scissors, and I had quite a time getting in there. So today I am using my X-Acto knife along with my scissors. And look at how wonderful that worked. Okay. Much easier than the last time. Let's see where we gotta open it here. I hope I'm not doing this wrong. This is only my second official unboxing. My first one was from Suzette, from Suzette's Gardens. We did a plant swap, and that worked out really well. And we've all been talking about this a lot, how wonderful it is to have people that are willing to do this, because, even with the shipping costs, I think it's still far cheaper than when we're ordering outright from different companies, depending on who they are, there are some that are very reasonable. So I don't want to take that away from them, but this is a really neat idea, I think. Okay. She sent me a card. How sweet. Aw. I don't know if you can see that. And I will read that off camera. Let's see what we have here. Wow, she really wrapped it wonderfully. No chance of anything getting squished there. And it is so hot and humid here, folks. This paper actually feels damp. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Wow. Ziploc container. My goodness, girl. Okay. Be very gentle. Wow. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I was after. Oh my goodness. I'm going to open this up here. These are, I want you to see that there are some trailers in here. But I don't want to break them. You know what, I'm going to do that after, because I want to take my time and I don't want to break them. But look at that. Wow. And I know that that's what's in here too, because she told me that that because they were small, she was going to get 2 of them, and so I could put them both in one pot, which is exactly what I'm going to do. But look at how full. Wow. This is so exciting. And they're very healthy. They made it healthy. The soil is just a tad damp yet, so perfect. And so they didn't dry out and they weren't too soggy, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I am just thrilled, and my husband will be too, because I think he's tired of hearing me whine about this. Every time I see him on YouTube, I say, oh, there's that plant that I want. And he always says, well, why don't you just buy one? And I say, because I can't find one locally. And when I looked on the internet, there were very few places that had them, and the ones that had them were, I had to go on the waiting list, which, by the way, I still have not been notified, and I've been on some of those waiting lists for several months. So I am so happy to have this. I cannot wait to put these in a pot together and watch them grow. And Pam, I mean, for you to even remember or to pay attention to the fact that I was looking for it, and to take that upon yourself to get one for me, is just over and above. I cannot thank you enough. And as I said, I'm going to be doing a plant tour in the very near future of my home again, and if there's anything in there that you don't have or that you would like another one of, please let me know so that I can return the favor, because this is just unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to wrap it so nicely. And just the trek to the post office, I know sometimes can be difficult for people that are busy. And I just want you to know how very, very much I appreciate this, and I look forward to growing this very long and healthy, and maybe I can share some of this with my granddaughter someday when it gets big enough. And I also have some new little containers. So, thank you, thank you. And the fact that they're so healthy is really a relief for me, because I was very worried with this heat. We're expecting the heat indices to be, I don't know, they keep changing it from like about 107 to 114, I think was the last thing I heard. And that's going to be later today and tomorrow, and I think into Saturday. But it was not a whole lot cooler than that this whole week. We did get some rain today, which was nice. That was not in the forecast and not expected, so I was really happy to wake up to that. I actually woke up to thunder. And you know, sometimes when the sun shines day after day after day and it's so hot and so bright, you welcome a cloudy, rainy day, and that was one of those days for me. This package, I have to tell you, I am very worried to open. And the reason being is it was sent out by by the greenhouse, and when I checked the tracking, the tracking number, the information on the USPS tracking site was wrong according to my local post office. This was supposedly sent to a town which is not too far from me, and from there it went to my local post office, and then from there it was sent to a city that is well over an hour away. Why it went out there, I don't know. Well, when I called the post office yesterday, they said it really never made it to my local post office, that was a glitch in the system. I don't know if it was or it wasn't, but I was not happy. And one of the questions I asked them was, what do I do if this plant is dead when I get it? Because it's another full 24 hours in the heat. And she assured me that because it was sent priority mail, that it would be covered up to a certain amount of money. So I didn't pursue any further on that, although I was very, very unhappy when we hung up, because she was not only extremely rude but not very helpful. I did ask her to have the post office or the mail carrier leave the package at my door, which they do all the time, and I just wanted to make sure they did it with this one because of the heat problem. And her answer to me was, well, if it'll fit in the mailbox, it'll be put in the mailbox. I couldn't believe she said that to me after a half an hour of being on the phone with her, and her realizing that it was the Postal Service's fault that it wasn't here on time. I would have thought that would not have been a problem at all. And the only reason that I requested that is because I have some health issues, and I am not able to walk out to my mailbox. It's quite far from my home, and I am not supposed to even be walking outside without someone next to me. So even after explaining all that to her, all she could say to me was, well, I'll put a note on it, but there's no guarantees. So obviously all morning I was very stressed, worrying that she was going to put this package in my mailbox, my black mailbox, in this heat, and this plant would be completely done by the time I got it in the house. So I am so glad that she did leave it at my door. I just got it, and I'm opening it now. And I'm going to we're gonna see. As you can see, the box is very wet. I don't know if you can see that, but it's obvious that this was in very, very wet or humid conditions. The box is actually soggy. So let's see what the inside looks like. Yeah. This is from Round Hill Plants, and I met him on Instagram. I hit the follow button and then found out that they had the greenhouse, and I looked him up on my desktop, and I was just looking through to see what they had, and I saw that they had 2 philodendrons that I've been looking for. One is the Rojo Congo, and the other is the Prince of Orange. And I thought that this was pretty reasonable, but let's see when we open what we have here. Oh, you know what? I can see why the box is damp, because this is very wet. And good thing, because that probably saved it from getting completely cooked in this heat. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. Well, here's one leaf. And this one is broken. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm a little sad right now. You know what's amazing to me is that a fairly new plant mom can send such a delicate plant to me and get it to me in beautiful, healthy shape with no issues. Someone who's definitely inexperienced in shipping, and in spite of the carelessness and what have you of the USPS, which, by the way, you know, I did say to them that I felt bad when I started hearing rumors that they were going to just go out of business because they can't support themselves. Well, you know, I'm older, and I can tell you, when I was young, the post service was top notch. I don't care what the weather was or what was going on. If you were expecting something in the mail, you would get it on time, in good shape, and if you didn't, there was a really good explanation and an apology from the Postal Service. But in the last 15 years or so, they have really, really gone downhill, and you can't blame the words United States Post Office, but you can question the people who work there. And I do believe that a lot of this can be avoided if people would just slow down and not be so careless, because you know, my uncle worked for the United States Post Office his whole life, and he's a very meticulous person, and I guarantee you that if he was the head of any of these entities, these kinds of things wouldn't happen. But okay, enough of my ranting, I guess. I don't know, I guess you guys can have your own opinion. It does look salvageable, so I will I will do what I can. It's not dried out, which is wonderful. I think it'll probably be okay with time. Well, let's open the other one and see how that one looks. Another leaf. And I honestly, I don't think this is the fault of the grower, because it looks like he took good care in what he could do. Oh, now this one is beautiful. This one is, I'm much happier with this. This is the Prince of Orange. And this is what I was expecting. This is actually even a little better than what I was expecting. So I guess that'll make up for this other little guy, and we'll just have to nurse him back to health. But I do believe that it was all of the movement, judging by this box. And here's another leaf. The damage to the bottom of the box, and the fact that he had this taped so nicely and wrapped so nicely, and it still had all that in there. I gotta tell you, this poor box has been through the mill. It's unfortunate. It really, truly is. And, you know, I live on a street where a lot of people get things through the mail. And I see delivery trucks, private companies, every day, all day long. I'm going to say an average of 2 to 3 a day. And I do believe that that is why people are going with private companies as opposed to the USPS, because I think a lot more care is taken in the delivery of things. So unfortunately, you know, if they don't change what they're doing, you know, people don't want to use them, and eventually they're not going to. And I know that they're struggling right now. So that's very sad. But thank you, Round Hill Plants. These are beautiful. They made it. I've even got new growth. And it's potted up already. This is a good day. It turned out to be a good day. Thank you for all of you who support my channel and who come to see me and watch my videos. And thank you, Round Hill Plants, for the beautiful plants. The price on these, by the way, were, I think they were 12 or 10. The whole thing, the 2 plants with shipping, was $32. And I thought that was very reasonable. So I think the shipping was $11. So I don't think that was bad, and I believe they came from Virginia. Yeah, it doesn't say on here, but I believe that's where this is. So look that up on your Instagram and or his website, Round Hill Plants @gmail.com is their email, or roundhillplants.com is their website. So go and see what else they have. He had quite a variety. Okay. Here we are. Try and do a little close-up here for you. There we go. Okay, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.